The Port of Redwood City was honored to host the Association of Pacific Ports' annual 100th Anniversary Conference at Redwood City's Hotel Sofitel on August 4th through 7th, 2013. We also want to thank and acknowledge the conference sponsors: Langen Engineering, Ben C. Gerwick Incorporated, Moffitt and Nickel, Klein Systems Group, Port of Longview, Eagle Rock Aggregates, Liftech Consultants, Metro Ports, Port of Hueneme, Port of Long Beach, Manson Construction, RMI Ports Authority, ALX Technology, Environmental Science Associates, Port of St. Helens, Hugh Wood Insurance, WKG, Inco Technologies, and Journal of Commerce.
Okay, good morning. I think we're ready to get started. My name is Dick Dodge. I'm the current president of the Association of Pacific Ports, and I'm pleased to call to order our 100th anniversary conference. Welcome to Redwood City, San Francisco Bay. When we met here 24 years ago, the delegates were treated to a traditional Bay Area wake-up call. We had a 6 a.m. earthquake. Now we bring a different kind of wake-up call as we bring to you our musical entertainment featuring an exciting modern art form with ancient roots. With origins in religious ceremonies and folk festivals in Japan, it has experienced a worldwide renaissance that began in the 60s and continues to grow even today. Please join me in welcoming the Eden Aoba Taiko drummers. And now please remain standing and pleased to present for the invocation Reverend Rod Towse from the Peninsula Catholic Church here in Redwood City.
Let's pray. God, we're so grateful today for the privilege of bringing all these guests to Redwood City. What a wonderful wonderful thing yesterday to see the ship from British Columbia here in our port, which symbolizes the significance of this meeting today. The sea has been pivotal in transportation throughout time. May the 100-year celebration in Redwood City be a memorable time together for all the ports here. Thank you, God, for the leadership that planned this conference. We ask that all the experiences provided will be a stimulus for great things for Pacific Ocean ports. May this conference be a great learning experience, a wonderful time of meeting old and new friends, provide new ideas that will bring innovation and success to the ports, and provide lifetime memories from the Bay Area. Inspire the speakers, make learning fun this week, provide great weather, give good health and protection for all. We thank you in advance for a great conference. Amen.
Amen. Okay, please be seated. Thank you, Reverend Dowse. Now I'd like to extend my appreciation for being here at our 100th conference of the Association of Pacific Ports. As president of APP 24 years ago, when we hosted the conference in the same room, that was in 1989. A lot has happened with this association in the last 24 years, as well as the last century. APP, under its original name of the Pacific Coast Association of Port Authorities, was founded as an organization to share knowledge and to promote best practices among ports, with a unique emphasis on the participation of port commissioners. Our geographic scope at that time was the west coast of the United States and Canada. One of my most rewarding experiences with AP has been to see the growth and commitment of this association to reach across the Pacific to include new members. We're now up to 32 port members. As you know, all ports located on the Pacific Rim, as well as the islands of the southern Pacific Ocean, are eligible to join APP. We have member ports from American Samoa to British Columbia and on up to Anchorage, and from Taiwan to San Diego. We're also pleased to count in our membership 47 associate members. The providers of services and equipment for many of our port projects and endeavors. I want to emphasize how much we appreciate your support and participation in APP. At this, our 100th annual conference, we will have an informative and exciting program of business and special events. Following our conference theme, embarking on our next 100 years, speakers will cover topics that include Pacific trade, working waterfronts, sea level rise, port security and safety, and other current topics. At our conference, we'll also be on the move. We'll tour Redwood City this afternoon and take a look at the exciting progress we're making with our new wharf modernization project. On Tuesday, delegates and companions will board the Commodore cruise ship to visit 3 more ports: Port of Oakland, Richmond, and San Francisco. The semifinal round of the Louis Vuitton Cup between Artemis Racing of Sweden and Italy's Luna Rossa Challenge begins on Tuesday. Our route will take us up close to the race course, and hopefully we'll see these 2 boats competing in the Challenger Series. We will also visit the America's Cup Village and the South Beach Yacht Club, and we'll wind up the evening at my house. Jenny, can I tell you where we got company? Just asking. We are. On the last evening at the 100th anniversary gala dinner, we're looking forward to hearing reflections on our history from life members of APP. It is now my pleasure to introduce elected officials who will welcome us to Redwood City and San Francisco Bay. Congresswoman Jackie Spear has lived her entire life inside California's 14th Congressional District. In April 2008, she was elected to represent the 14th District in the Congress of the United States. Previously, she had served on the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors and later in the California State Assembly and State Senate. In total, she has more than 29 years of elected public service. In 2012, Newsweek named Jackie to the list of 150 fearless women in the world. Locally, Jackie is known as a fighter. In 1978, as a staff member to then Congressman Leo Ryan, she was shot 5 times while trying to rescue constituents from the People's Temple compound in Jonestown, Guyana. An attack that left Congressman Ryan and 6 others dead, and was followed by the mass murder-suicide of more than 900 Temple followers. Jackie tenaciously hung to life for 23 hours on a dusty airstrip before aid arrived. It is this fighting spirit that defines her toward constituents today. Jackie was the first California state legislator to give birth while in office. And during her time in Sacramento, she authored more than 300 bills signed by both Republican and Democratic governors. Jackie was unable to be with us today in person, but offered this welcome by video.
Hello everyone, I'm Jackie Spear, and I'm proud to represent Redwood City and the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area in Congress. Welcome to our corner of the Pacific Rim. Here in California's 14th District, quality of life is very important. We value such things as a clean and safe environment, good family wage jobs, and opportunity for education, for healthy recreation, and for economic growth through innovation and exports. The Port of Redwood City represents all of these qualities. It has a long history as a base for recycling while supporting construction in the growing Silicon Valley economy and providing those critical family wage blue-collar jobs. In the process, the port maintains the high standard we set for clean water and clean air. I've worked side by side with the port's commissioners and staff leadership. I've seen how these leaders reach out to the community. This collaborative approach has played a key part in restoring an important wildlife habitat such as Bear Island. It also shows that we can be both environmentally sustainable and economically competitive at the same time. All of you represent port authorities from around the Pacific Rim, and you face challenges similar to our port. Gatherings such as this, the 100th annual meeting of the Association of Pacific Ports, will allow you to share your experiences and your plans in order to best serve your communities. I wish you all the very best for a successful meeting and hope you take time to enjoy the beautiful San Francisco Bay.
I wish Jackie could have been here so we could thank her personally for her lifetime of work that benefits all of us. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Alicia Carmen McGill, Mayor of the City of Redwood City and member of the City Council. She was appointed to the City Council in January of 2005 and was elected in November 2005, 2007, and 2011. She has served as mayor since 2011. Before joining the City Council, she served as a trustee and president of the Redwood City Elementary School District. Today, she serves as an elected official on many city committees and several regional and statewide boards. Also, as an active member, she also has served on numerous community organization boards in San Mateo County. Some of these include Chair of the Redwood City Chamber Leadership Committee, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, the Latina Mentor Advisory Council of the San Mateo County Office of Education, and the Redwood City Library Foundation. Alicia was recently selected by California Assemblyman Rich Gordon as the 2012 Woman of the Year for District 21. Alicia is a professor at Kenyatta College. She has taught there since 1988 in the English Institute and the Spanish Department. She is chair of the District Curriculum Committee and serves on the District Academic Senate. She holds an MA from Eastern Michigan University and has done doctoral studies in social anthropology in Mexico City, in addition to which she was a Fulbright exchange professor in Argentina. It is my pleasure to present Mayor Rivera.
Thank you, Dave, for that wonderful introduction. Well, welcome to Redwood City. We're so excited that you're here on behalf of my colleagues on the City Council. I want to welcome you to come in on all the great things that I've read there, and not only that I've read, but what Dick has mentioned that you're going to do. I think I want to go on that boat too and enjoy it. But we're really excited that you chose Redwood City to have your conference this year. Now, Redwood City has a long history, all the way back from the Ohlone Indians up to today, where it's a seat of, it's actually now called the Peninsula Hub of Silicon Valley. You know, across the street you have Oracle, Electronic Arts, DreamWorks. We have, I think, over 70 new startups just in downtown Redwood City there. So there's so many exciting things, but you're here because of the port, and this port is so important to us. And when you get this tour, you'll see that the port actually came all the way down to City Hall on Redwood Creek, and it was exciting because that's where they would log all the wood from the hills in Redwood City, take it down to rebuild San Francisco. I believe that they did that also after the 1906 earthquake when they needed to redo San Francisco. So it has a long history, not only here, but also helping on the peninsula.
Hi, this is Mike Casey for Penn TV. I'm on Broadway and Redwood Creek in downtown Redwood City. I'm standing by the entrance and exit to Marshall's Garage. You're probably saying, Mike, what's so important, what's so historic about Marshall's Garage? Well, as so often in life, the truth lies beneath the surface, and never so much as in this case. What lies beneath the surface here is the beginning of Redwood City. Redwood City's name came from below the surface here, Redwood City's first resource. I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Embarcadero and Turning Basin of Redwood City at its beginnings in the 1850s, in the 1860s. From the redwood forests to the west of us, dragged down here by oxen, came redwood logs to be loaded on loading docks here, and then floated out at high tide into the bay up to San Francisco. They were either floated out or they were brought out on light schooners. Light schooners were the only kind of craft that could fit into this narrow Embarcadero and turning center. Broadway at the time was one block. It was hot and dry in the summer. It was a quagmire in the winter. It was only wooden planks, no sidewalk. Think about cowboy movies when the cowboys came in for the weekend into the town. The loggers were up in their camps all week, and they'd come down here on the weekends, and Broadway at this time in the 1850s and 60s took on all the characteristics of a Wild West town from your favorite Western. In 20 years, the forest played out. The business center of Redwood City moved west to the depot, the railroad depot, and all that's left is the name Redwood City from that time and that era at the beginning of Redwood City. There is a path of history. This is one part on the path of history sponsored by the Historic Resource Council of Redwood City. So I invite you to come and visit other sites along the way in downtown Redwood City. You can start at the kiosk down here at Broadway and Main. And look for me on Penn TV for more history segments of San Mateo County. Thank you.
And this city also has a slogan that you'll see, and it's called Climate Best by Government Test. And I believe that it was conducted by the United States German governors prior to World War I, and this area centered in Redwood City was tied to the climate similar to the Canary Islands in North Africa and the Mediterranean. Now, there are several films that were also filmed here that animated films. Shrek, Shark Tale, Shrek 2, Madagascar. These were all made in Redwood City in DreamWorks, which is actually down from the port that you will also see. So I know you have a great agenda from what Dick mentioned and from what I've seen, and I hope you'll take time when you have a break to go down to Redwood City and check out all of our restaurants and our shops. We're really excited to have you. We're really proud of what's happening. A lot of building is going on, a lot of housing is going to happen here in Redwood City. So as you can see, not only from Congresswoman Jackie Spear, what Dick has mentioned, but we are proud of this little gem that we have in this deep water port where we are. So welcome to Redwood City. Thank you.
And thank you, Alicia, and thank you for your support of the Port of Redwood City as well. So there's one of our cups. It mentions our 100 years, and here's our 100-year book, and there's mysteries and facts in there about the ABP and key capital before that. So enjoy thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Roseanne Faust. Roseanne is President and CEO of the San Mateo County Economic Development Association, SAMCEDA, which was founded 60 years ago in 1953 to promote business issues and enhance and sustain the economic prosperity of San Mateo County and the Greater Bay region. In addition, she is a Redwood City Council member and past mayor. For the past 3 years, she's been honored by the San Francisco Business Times as one of the most influential women in business in the Bay Area. She is the immediate past chair and current board member of the San Mateo County Transportation Authority and a current board trustee of the Bay Area Council Economic Institute. Roseanne lives in Redwood City with her husband and former Redwood City Mayor Jim Hartnett and 2 daughters. Please join me in welcoming Roseanne Faust.
I actually want to take this opportunity to thank Chair Dodge and members of the Port Commission that are here today, because I've had the privilege, actually, pleasure and opportunity to work with all of them on various activities in Redwood City. And to have these 4 men and 1 woman as our Port Commission, we are very, very lucky. But I'm here also to talk about SAMCEDA and to thank all of you for coming to Redwood City and actually coming to San Mateo County. As Dick mentioned, our association was founded in 1953, and we represent over 100,000 employees in San Mateo County. The Port is one of our members, and we are grateful for their participation because the Port brings a unique set of opportunities to San Mateo County. We have one of the lowest unemployment rates in the entire state. We're number 2 in terms of lowest out of 58 counties. And the Port and its diversified industrial base is a very strong part of that. We thank all of you as members of the Association of Pacific Ports for coming to San Mateo County and in particular Redwood City. We thank the Port of Redwood City for all that they have contributed to the economic vitality of San Mateo County. And as Mayor Geary said, you're going to have just such a great time here. I believe the weather is cooperating for you, the tour of the port facilities and all the great things that they have done for the community and for the Greater Bay Area, plus that boat trip to see just a little race up in San Francisco that people are talking about. Again, thank you. Thank you to the Port Commission. Thank you to the Port staff, to Mike Giari and his team. And so welcome again on behalf of the employees and SAMCEDA here in San Mateo County.
A 100th anniversary month for you, as well as our 100th anniversary. Okay, thank you. I should mention that Roseanne will not be able to join us for dinner tomorrow night, although she wanted to. But she has more important things to do. She's accompanying her daughter, Julia, to Annapolis. I get choked up when I talk about this. It's so great. To begin her career as a cadet in the Naval Academy. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you both for your service, her service to our country.